A very good evening and welcome to Only the Highlights by the Kenyan Wallstreet, your first and fresh recap of the biggest stories shaping Kenya's economy. My name is Maina Chege. Now let's get straight to the overview. The Kenyan Cabinet approves a 4.2 trillion shillings budget for the 2025-26 fiscal year. The Kenya Bankers Association projects that all banks will reduce interest rates on loans by the end of this month, and analysts remain optimistic about Safaricom's share price despite data privacy and Ethiopia concerns. Kenya's African Union Commission Chairperson Raila Odinga concludes campaigns ahead of elections this weekend. We certainly wish him well. Kicking things off, Kenya's cabinet has given the green light to the 2025 budget policy statement, paving the way for a 4.2 trillion budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal financial year. But here's the catch. If Parliament signs off, Kenyans will need to cough up an extra 199.9 billion compared to last year to keep key projects running. Now, this move comes after the withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024, which was set to rake in over 346 billion shillings through tax hikes. And with that revenue off the table, the government is now shifting gears to cover the gap. So where is all this money going? Cabinet has earmarked 3.09 trillion for running government operations, 74.8 billion for development projects, and 436.7 billion for county governments, and 5 billion set aside for emergencies. Good news for borrowers. The Kenyan Bankers Association projects that all banks will reduce interest rates on loans by the end of this month, after the latest benchmark rate cut by the Central Bank of Kenya. Now, on February 5th, CBK cut the base lending to 10.75%, the fourth cut in a row, reiterating the need to do more to support lending and boost economic growth. However, only two lenders, that is KCB Group and Cooperative Bank, have cut rates since the last CBK review, despite the regulator saying it would begin conducting on-site inspections on interest rates. But will more banks follow through? We'll be watching closely and we'll keep you updated. So let us know in the comments if you think this will make a real difference. So despite concerns over data privacy and Ethiopia's market hurdles, analysts at Standard Investment Bank are still very optimistic about Safaricom's equities. And here's why. Despite concerns over data privacy and Ethiopia's market hurdles, analysts at Standard Investment Bank are still optimistic about Safaricom's equity. And here's why. Safaricom remains a profit powerhouse, raking in a solid 47.5 billion shillings from its Kenyan market in the last half-year results. But the real game changer? Data. With smartphone usage skyrocketing, analysts predict data revenue will soon surpass voice and SMS earnings, which are starting to plateau. And it doesn't stop there. Safaricom is branching out beyond telecom, diving into insurance, money market funds, and more. Could this be Kenya's most resilient stock? You let us know in the comments. And finally, a major political moment. Kenya's push for continental leadership is entering a decisive moment as Raila Odinga, the country's nominee for the African Union Commission Chairperson, wraps up his campaign ahead of the crucial elections set for this weekend. The former Prime Minister has been on an intensive diplomatic offensive across Africa, lobbying for support in a bid to secure Kenya's highest ever position in the African Union. The AUC elections will be conducted by African heads of state and government during the African Union Summit this weekend. To win, Odinga must secure a 2/3 majority of the votes cast by the AU's 55 member states. If he succeeds, he will make history as the first Kenyan to hold the top AU leadership role. The victory for Odinga would elevate Kenya's influence in continental politics and global diplomacy. It would also position the country as a major player in shaping Africa's economy, security, and governance agenda over the next 4 years. Of course, as always, if you want to dive deeper into these stories and stay up to date on everything impacting businesses here in Kenya, stay tuned and subscribe and follow all Kenyan Wallstreet social media handles. Thank you so much for your time. Maina Chege is my name.